is now a day of talking about mindset, right?
Yeah.
With grounding energy period. How do we, what do you think? I mean,
How do we
what,
cope with energy? And the important thing is to have energy, to have a stable level, or hopefully a high level of energy throughout the day.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's, we get stuck sometimes and we have a difficult time to clear your mind. And
Hmm.
why not take advantage of nature? We happen to be in a forest today, which is so peaceful, you know.
Yeah.
People are around us, people run and walk and all that. And there's a reason for that. Because, look at this place. That's why people take the opportunity to come out to this site.
And
So,
even more people should take the opportunity to
yeah,
go out in nature.
yeah, it's an oasis, it's here for you. Not everybody has that access, though. You live in a high-rise building, and how can you possibly get grounded energy,
Yeah,
grounding energy?
yeah,
It's
but
impossible.
you might have the beach, you might have the a park,
Yeah,
a city park that's good enough.
yeah,
Or if you live, you might just have your own garden.
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, we have different ways to nurture our brain, right? We do yoga, we do all this workouts,
Yeah.
gym time, and that makes sense. It's like you try to stimulate your endorphins.
Yeah.
And if you do so, you're going to have a clear mind to,
Yeah, clear mind and focus, which is crucial.
yeah,
So if you, for example, have a task or a deadline and you kind of like feeling stuck, you can't get forward, you don't know what the next step is.
hmm
It's always good to take a break instead of
yeah,
trying to force everything.
yeah,
Take a break, leave your phone at home, you leave your headphones, and just go out in nature
yeah,
and go for a walk and breathe and be present in the nature. Because actually, what the nature does is helps you uh, rise your energy level.
yeah, yeah. It's quite
And
obvious.
if you can't go out in nature, then go out for a walk without
Mhm.
your headphones or do some exercise.
Yeah, now we get into another thing, like totally, we need to conquer challenges and sometimes you're stuck, so why don't you take a break, like we just said.
Yeah.
Another thing that I like, it's like, why don't we take a break from our phone? We live in our societies pounding you with all this stuff that we become addicted to almost. Even
Yeah.
if you don't like it or you like it or not, you still become almost semi-addicted.
Hmm.
So you have to, it's a strong mind to prevent yourself from getting caught in this cell phone world, right?
Yeah, because it's
Social media, really, too.
it is. It's like you should always be available
Yeah,
24/7.
yeah. Used to be the time where somebody texted you, I think in the beginning, like maybe
Mm.
20 years ago. You texted someone, it was almost desperate if you responded within 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you almost had to wait 36 hours to respond. Otherwise, you're like, oh, this guy is too desperate or she's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
desperate.
It's
So
too.
and now we have 24 seconds. Like, what the heck?
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
So it's
And then
different.
all this extra texts
Yeah.
like hello, but with capital letters. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I have a lot of things to do.
But so anyhow, we happen to choose the forest today as a perfect venue for it. The ocean is nearby, which is another fantastic sight. The
Yeah.
ocean, the vibe from the sea gives you that grounding energy. Like to me, walking barefoot in the sand, I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like, contrast, if you're in a high-rise building, how can you possibly get grounding energy? It's impossible.
Yep.
You almost need to have a copper wire all the way up to your 20th floor or something.
Hmm.
Yeah. But anyhow, so
So
anything else?
yeah, that's another way to be grounded and then ground yourself. So if you're at the beach or if you're in the park or in the forest,
Yeah,
take off your shoes
there you go.
and ground yourself because that's really how you ground yourself.
Hmm.
Walk barefoot in the park or in the ocean or the forest
Brings back, yeah, sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
and just sit down and hug a tree.
Yeah, hug a tree. This stem behind is kind of difficult to
Yeah,
hug. It's a big
it's
one.
way too big.
It's been here for a long time, much longer than both of us, right?
Way longer.
Yeah, even
Way.
we're no spring chickens, but this tree has been here for quite some time. So it brings back a good memory actually. When I was a child,
Mhm.
it just turned out that I lived in the countryside. And I ran around barefoot from the day one from my school break from school, summer
Mhm.
break.
Mhm.
And I ran barefoot every day for like 2.5 months. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy good, right? It was like I felt trapped when I put on shoes.
I
That
know the
that was an
feeling. Yeah.
interesting childhood memory, and just tells you how important it is if you
Yeah.
have access to it. Yeah,
Yeah, and nowadays it's so with social media and everything. I mean, it's hardly you see any teens
yeah,
going barefoot. I mean, they might have like sandals or flip-flop or whatever, but they keep the shoes socks on.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. And barefoot is nice. I like that.
barefoot is nice.
So
See?
there you go. I'm trying to get comfortable here, but anyhow. So I think anything else, or I do remember now. Another thing comes
Yeah.
back to my memory. It's like I was barefoot, and we had these races in school, running in the like 5K, right?
Hmm.
And I showed up, and now this was the sophisticated city life, and I was in the country. So to me, it's like, okay, I got to put on shoes, right? But I couldn't stand it, so I took them off before I started. And the rest is history, how it turned out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and brag, but it turned out nicely. All right. So,
Yeah.
anyhow, so we have covered the grounding energy, and then take the opportunity to get out there, clear your mind, stimulate your endorphins, and
And raise your energy level. So even if you're, I mean, even if you don't have a task ahead or a deadline or anything, but just it might be that you just feel a bit grumpy or low in energy, and you kind of feel like pull the blanket over your head and like go back to sleep.
yeah,
Don't do that. Get up, put your clothes on, and go out and take a walk in the forest or by the ocean or in the park, and you will notice the difference.
yeah,
You will feel so much more alive after the walk. And don't put anything in your ears.
yeah,
Just be one with the nature and listen to the noise.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. But you said I'd put something in your ear, like these earphones, you mean?
Mhm.
If you don't have access to the nature, I mean, this is a substitute, of course. It's not the perfect solution, but why not put some sort of soothing music in your ears at
Yeah,
night, right?
yeah, yeah,
Stay away from the blue light. Stay away from the what do you call it, blue light
yeah.
screen? Yep.
Totally
The
like,
phone, the laptop, the television. I think you need to stay away from that in like an hour before you go to bed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, if you back to another topic,
yeah,
kind of relates to grounding and everything, but if you have problems sleeping, falling asleep, which I know that a lot of people do these days,
mm,
and most of it depends on they have the cell phones
yeah.
in the more or less glued to their hands.
Terrible.
Yeah, I see teens, um, my own, for example. I can go into his room once in a while, and
Mm,
there he is falling asleep with the phone glued to his hand, watching the
yeah.
blue light. It's like, yeah, I can't sleep. Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah, I had done the same with my son as well. Yeah, I remember that. So to me, no phone in the bedroom is like a common rule that I follow. It's important. So anyhow, try that
I
and see
do
if you
have
feel
it,
better.
but it's just for listening.
Oh,
So I,
okay.
I don't use it, but I listen to the noise,
Oh,
the good good stuff
yeah.
during the night.
So get out to nature and raise the grounding energy, and hopefully you'll feel better. We do. So I mean,
That's for
give it
sure.
a try. It's
Yeah,
worth a try. See the
it is.
difference. All right. Ciao, ciao. We're
Ciao.
done for now.
Take care.